Hello, my friends. I want to share today a little. It's a discussion actually. So I really hope that you also, let's say, tell me your story about this. I'm not saying that because I'm not unsecure about the subject, but it's that it comes actually that a friend of mine she wrote something about a certain subject. So I meant to say and to see that there was a kind of judgment in it. But I know the essence of the story was that every single human being lives in his own reality. I always say the movie. You know, you are born in a certain movie in that country with these parents. You have to go to your experiences, and you like what you like, and other people like what they like. And that's how your reality is created. And if you're coming to, let's say, to a very high standard of acceptance and love, I mean, can you really feel love for everybody and everything? That was the main question towards myself, because I think, yeah, when are you judging, and when are you separating yourself from some other people? And it went about that. Well, my experience is that when I start to go on my spiritual part, I start to eat different, I start to think different, I start to go to other places, I start not liking certain things or certain places or certain things anymore. So that moment that people start judging you because they say you're not normal, and it's not normal how you eat, it's not normal how you think, it's not normal how you behave, or how you fill your days, or how you fill your life. But you at the same time also start kind of judging them, because you think, yeah, imagine my story. I can only speak for myself, of course. In the days that I was going out, having drugs, having alcohol, doing, let's say, a normal wild young life, and everybody accepted that. Yeah, that's very cool you're doing, that's super cool. Yes, you were drunk, or you had one night stands, or you do this, or you do that. That was actually almost accepted by everybody. Everybody thought it was funny and cool or whatever. When I was 30 years old, I stopped with these things. So something happened that was for me the wake up call. I think, no, I don't want to live like this anymore. So I start to be vegetarian. I stopped smoking. I stopped drugs. I stopped all these things. I stopped, many things. So then the first moments are starting that people say, oh my God, you changed so much, and you're so boring now, and you're not nice anymore, and you were so funny in these days, and you were so this, and you were so that. So of course the separation started. And then you have already these groups. I say them, the people who are still going out, taking so much drugs, taking so much alcohol, and thinking or saying that is so funny, that is so nice. I was judging them, because I said that's not funny at all, and it's not even funny to me anymore. To think that is life. To work all week, and the weekends you're gonna go some to parties and drinking and whatever. So the separation for me started then. And then, of course, when I went deeper and deeper and deeper into my spiritual lifestyle, I went to India, went with my gurus, and I really knew this is what I want, this is what fills me. But every time more and more and more people left me, because or I thought like I was really crazy, I was really over the top, and this and that, but I at the same time start also judging them more and more, because I think, well, I would not anymore having a boyfriend, or some people very near me who eat meat, or who are drinking alcohol, who are smoking. And of course it's a kind of, it's, well, call it a judgment, but it's obvious that I don't want this kind of energies or people or situations in my environment. That's my choice as a human being. So I push also a certain group of people away from me. And that's what I want to talk today. When are you judging? And when are you saying, okay, that behavior, these kind of people, these kind of energies, I just don't want them in my environment, you know? And I think there's a difference in the judgment. If you would say, oh, she's, for example, living like this and this, she's stupid and I hate her, and kill her and all these things, that's the maximum. I try as much as I can to say, okay, listen, I don't want these people around me, but let them live as they want, you know. But anyway, I had this conversation with this friend of mine today. We were talking about that, and then I think, isn't that maybe the world, that the world likes to separate themselves? You know, oh, I am Christian, so all the Muslims are bad, or I am a Muslim, so all the Jewish are bad, or I am gay, so the straight people are boring, or straight people say, oh, gays are over the top, whatever. I think people are always having an opinion, judging, separating, thinking what is not in my environment, you know. And I don't see myself as a very narrow-minded people, because I traveled so much, I saw so much, and I would say my past was pretty intense, so I'm not shocked that easily. But of course, we always hear things, or we see things and go like, better not. That doesn't have to be part of my reality. But really letting it go and completely living without any judgment or with any separation. I don't know even if it's possible. I don't know. Maybe I think in our brains it's so functioned. This is my reality. I was brought up like this. I think this is good and that is bad, and this is right and this is wrong, you know. And in these lines you live. So when somebody comes into your world, steps into your world, and he has a complete different way of thinking, a complete different religion, different way of acting, thinking, eating, behaviors, yes, then it's, what are you doing with that? Just saying, okay, I accept you complete as you are, even when it's completely opposite of mine. Or, yeah, as what I say, or do you have the right, let's say, to say, okay, I don't want this kind of persons or this kind of behavior or this kind of energy in my field. You know, and that's how they say in the modern world, yeah, you put your boundaries. But does that mean boundaries is like you pushing other people out because you don't like them? Because how they think and do and behave? Or can you really do something within yourself that you can really see that oneness? Because in the spiritual world, you know, that is the only, almost I would say, the goal to come back to that oneness. Because as long if we see ourselves separated, so that means separated from the source, you know, the source, let's say God, he created all these infinite manifestations. Now you're just one of these manifestations. So every other single human being or animal or whatever, that's part of that creation. So if you could be on that point to say, okay, I don't even see a difference between me and the other one, I think that's for me still a goal and a wish and yeah, maybe not a dream, but yeah, that's my goal actually. To be so loving, that my heart is so open, that I really see God created all these different beings with different patterns, with different behaviors, and it's all okay. You know, I don't have to even speak out, oh, that's not right what they do, or she is not normal what she thinks, or it's not nice what she dresses. You know, so I think, is it really possible that we don't have a meaning about anything or anybody, or even about yourself? You know, even ourselves, I say we are even in duality, because they say on planet Earth that is a planet of duality. So we always say that is beautiful, oh, that is ugly, or that is great, or that is not so nice, you know. Or in yourself, you have parts about your body which you really like, some things you don't like. You have things about your character you like and you don't like. So I think the whole discussion in the world, actually what's going on, is always about that separation. You know, every war is between these religions, who says my religion is better than yours. All these families which are fighting say my family is better than yours. Or professions, my profession is much higher than yours. Or the studies you did, the political statements you have, the everything. When you look deep into it, it's always about separation. And I don't know if maybe we have to accept, well, I speak about myself, that I say, Chico, you have to accept it. This is just the way it is on planet Earth. So you have to go with that life, and you will simply always meet people which you don't like, or you cannot handle them, or you don't like to have them in your environment. Or you have to keep going with your yoga and your meditation and your spiritual practices, that you come to that level where you feel are so connected with the divine and say, okay, there's no separation anymore. So I'm not there, definitely not. So because I'm also separate things in myself, I separate things in the world or between other people, but it is actually a wish and my goal to come to that point where I just don't have any more a meaning or a separation or a good bad process between me and the rest of the world. What about you? Let me know what you think about this and how you deal with it, because maybe we can learn from each other. And yes, if I don't make a video tomorrow, I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Try to love and to like and to accept everybody as it is, not as you want that it is, but just as it is. That is a beautiful thing, but we all have to work for it probably. Okay, bye bye.